symbol of the cross. We've seen in our day and age where this symbol has become an offense. And you read in headline news where they're trying to make churches take down this cross so it won't offend. As Paul said, in thy cross I glory. It embraces before the beginning. It embraces after the end. And then it embraces everything in between the beginning and the end. It's a representation of deliverance from this hell we were created here in this world, cut off from God. And a way back to deliver us to a kingdom, to a world that had no beginning, no end. A couple of nights ago on Fox, they had a modern day play of the Passion. You had characters different than we may have ever seen. And they had the cross carried through the streets of New Orleans, all lit up. And you can see in the crowd people with tears in their eyes. I mean, there were aspects of this play, modern day play of the Passion, that reminded me of the cross and what it took for the Son of God to deliver us. It brought us to tears. And as I'm viewing this, a friend of mine had asked me to watch it and give me my opinion on it. So I said, well, I don't like giving out my opinion. So I said, Father, what do you think of this? It was like the play that they had, Jesus Christ Superstar. I remember when it first came out. I mean, the religious crowd really objected to it. You know, after I viewed that play years ago, Jesus Christ Superstar, there's parts of it that really hit home. I mean, you get past the rock music stuff that they had in the different characters. And I mean, then as I looked at this thing, the Passion, like I said, I didn't want my opinion. So I asked the Father, what do you think of this? He gave me 2 words. Open shame. And I'm thinking, open shame? What do you mean by open shame? And then he unfolded to me what he was trying to say. He recalled to my mind something he gave me lately. It was called CMEF. How the cross was a commemoration and a manifestation of an eternal fact of Christ slain before the foundations of the world. In the mind of God, and what the book of Revelation calls the everlasting gospel. The everlasting good news of how God would deliver us and manifest that in the Old Testament through the shed blood of innocent animals sprinkled on the altar of the temple, and how later this symbol would be manifested and reveal the mystery of godliness of how Christ was slain before the foundation of the world. And Peter saying how there was this manifested to us, this eternal fact. But Jesus Christ slain 2,000 years ago on a cross. And I'm looking at these plays that they put out, Jesus Christ Superstar, and this recent one down there in New Orleans, The Passion. And I'm wondering, Father, they have no idea what that symbol represents. And that for many, to get rid of the symbol, they would say good riddance, or they would, not even fight it, because they figure it's just a symbol. It's a cross. If we can only see what that cross was demonstrating, eternal truth of God's love for us, and how He's sought to justify what Adam had created and cut us off from God, from the beginning and from the end, and sought to establish something independent from God in between, coming up out of hell itself. A world without God, without hope. This symbol of the cross gives us hope. It's a symbol. Some see it as just a symbol of death. But Paul gloried in it, and he saw it as a symbol of life. Jesus' outstretched hands embracing the past, present, and the future, bringing it all back to a beginning, reconciling the world once again back to God, delivering us up out of hell, and taking us to heaven, that place prepared by God, of a kingdom not made with hands. This cross is an offense to those that love this world, that want nothing to do with God. Now for the secular crowd, that's true, and for the religious crowd, they've lost its meaning. It becomes nothing more than an icon, which God has tried to get us to see. And any time the Old Testament prophets would go in there to take symbols that were given by God himself, they would smash the icons because they lost their meaning. God has been warning to many individuals, including myself, how we got to get past our religious symbols and come to embrace an eternal fact. Smash the icons. And if we didn't do it, God would send those that would. If we would judge ourselves, we would not be judged of the world. And the nation of Israel, had they judged themselves and seen how far away they've gotten away from God, where they're seeking a king and kingdom, when they were supposed to be a representation of the kingdom of God manifested to the kingdom of heaven on earth. Jesus has said it, and people twist that poor text in the book of Matthew. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. When we were to be the manifestation of an eternal fact of a kingdom, we were to be spirits that came into this world, possessed the body, and breathe our spirits into these bodies and become living souls of intellect and emotions and a free will to choose either that which we were shapen in, the iniquity of our parents, cut off from God, or to lose that and gain who we were and manifest our spirits to a living soul and a body by an act of our free will surrendering and letting past, present, future, race, cultures, and creeds, and our genders, and our fleshly worldview, secular and religious, and the debates that go on with, we would embrace what this cross was trying to tell you. We're crucified with him. Nevertheless, we could live as he lived and conquer death and let this soul die the way of Adam, who was a life-giving soul. That's all he could offer. Jesus was a life-giving spirit. He was bringing us back to the original intent that God intended us to be and express and manifest in this world. We would have had a world without end. But because of what we've accomplished, what we have created, independent from God, out his love for us, he introduced death. And symbolized it in that cross. Though it is a symbol of death, it's also a symbol of light and resurrection to a new being, a new sense of reality, new power, beyond our race, cultures, and creeds, and gender. Thou know men after the flesh, I don't know them that way no more. I know them after the spirit. It's a whole new creation. God, by the power of his Holy Spirit, undoing what has been done to us, and we don't even realize it's been done. It becomes normal. with us accepting what we think we have and thus losing what God is offering. He that seeks to save this life will lose that life. He that will lose his life will gain that life. So in closing, let me say this. Unless we change our view and perspective of this thing, the cross, we should let it go. Smash the icon that's lost its meaning to awaken a sleeping world, secular and religious, and call them to embrace the true meaning of that cross.